I'm the smartest. Okay, I will tell you what. This is true story, by the way. I was the smartest one in my classroom. By the way, I did not tell you that the principal he fired me. You know, so like they give me a classroom which is empty because there is no teacher when I get in and no student they can sit with me. But I was number one in the classroom, to be honest with you. So anyway, because you're a genius. So anyway, this is a true story, brother, and I have witnesses. You know, I mean, you asked me for witnesses, but there's nobody in the classroom, so I'm going to get you witnesses. For God's sake, come on, okay, come on, let us make let us be logical. So anyway, so brother, when you speak about the lion, there's only one lion. That is the Prophet Muhammad. There's no other lion beside him. You know. As an example, once the Prophet Muhammad was eating a goat, and then the goat is cooked, and then the goat spoke. She told the lion, Muhammad, don't eat me, I'm poisoned. Like, what the heck? The goat is cooked, and now the goat is talking, saying to the Prophet, don't eat me, I'm poisoned. The funny about the story, that the goat spoke after the Prophet ate the goat, not before. I mean, look how amazing this miracle, man. So the goat told the Prophet, don't eat me, I'm poisoned. But the guy, he just noticed that it's poison because the guy next to him, he fell dead right away. And then the Muhammadan, they made a cut in the neck of Muhammad to take the blood from his neck. And then Muhammad, he suffered for the rest of his life until he died because of the poison. But brother, the goat, imagine, you are eating a goat and you are a lion, and the goat now is cooked, like cooked, really cooked, and now you're a lion, and then the goat start talking to you like, don't eat me because I'm poisoned. What the heck? Honestly, if I am Muhammad and I am a lion, thank God I'm not either one, so, if this has happened, like I will be like, praise be to Allah. The goat is talking. And Allah made the goat talk after the guy he ate the poison. I mean, do you see how powerful this miracle? And do you see how slow is Allah? So look what happened. I think what happened, I think we need to do some experiment here to teach you what happened. Most of you are not, your imagination is not good. Okay. Let us see if we can help you with a different method. You see, in school, like elementary school, they they use pictures to teach you. Okay, so let us say this is a goat. Okay, this is a goat. All right, and now they are doing a barbecue for the goat, brother. All right, and the goat is done now, and the Prophet is eating from it. Allah was trying his best to make the goat talk. So he used all the word he knew, like sakasu, sakaka, did not work. Sakaruru, tatarura, didn't work. He was doing his best. I mean, he was working hard, Allah, trying to make the goat talk, to tell the Prophet, don't eat me. So finally, Allah, he made the goat talk, but after the Prophet ate from the goat. And this is why I say to Allah, shame on you, you better get a better speed internet. Because if you have a good internet, if you just upgrade, I mean, come on, don't get the $10 one. So this is what happened. Allah was trying his best to make the goat talk. But because, it's far, Allah is way far away, So he was like saying, shaha-ha-ha-ha-hoo, those like, magic words, so the goat will talk. It doesn't work because the connection is weak. And maybe Allah even forgot which word will make the goat, because there's a code for every animal. You remember the story of the Quran where Sulaiman, he heard the ant talking? This is a true story. Me, myself, I heard a lot of ants talking. I will tell you, this is a true story, by the way. Once I was sleeping on the floor. We Arab, we sleep on the floor. This is true. This is the only true in the story. This is the only true thing in the story. We are asleep in the floor. Anyway, and you know, I was sleeping in the floor, and there is a ant. You know, she came next to my ears, and I start like hearing things. Like, I was like, what? Can you speak louder? You know, because she's small, you know, her mouth is so small, man. So what I did, you know, I got those things for a doctor, because once it was my dream to be a donkey doctor. That's why today I use it, like, you know, called those, some people, you know, like who's stupid, I call them donkeys, you know. So I get those doctors for the, you know, the what you put in the ears, and I put it next to the mouth of the ant, and now I can hear her clearly. She was saying to me, "You are sleeping in my place." And like, what? I mean, imagine, I'm sleeping in, the true story, by the way, I'm telling you, I'm sleeping in the place of the ant. The Muslim now, they will take a recording and they will play, "Christian Prince, did you tell this story? Claiming this is a true story?" Or this guy who said in the chat, in the previous video, "Christian Prince, stop faking Zakir Naik. Everybody knows that this is not Zakir Naik." Look, hold on, let me get you the actual text. What the guy said. Hold on, where is the comment about Zakir Naik? I'm trying to find it. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. This is a different one, actually. This is a different one. CP, this is a stupid, insane. How long do you want to fake Zakir Naik? Okay, the other one, this is Abdul. Here I said to him, I learned that from Allah, that he is the one who fake Isa. And now this is the smart one. Do you really think this is Zakir Naik? Lul. You must be something else. He is fooling his own Christians. People so sad. And then I said to him, you are so genius. You are the first one discover that this is not Zakir Naik. How you do it? How you did it? Then he said, Arabian prophet, fake buster here to make money of those Islamophobia. Oh boy. And then here, lighting said, wait, are you trying to say this was not real Zakir Naik all those years? Are you serious? Thanks for a clarification. He said, it's fake, all his phone calls. Lighting, he said to him, I'm shocked. I better stop. Unbelievable. Honestly, I can't breathe. My chest hurting. Oh boy. Where we can find that video? What video? Which video you are talking about? We are, I don't know. You are talking about Mimi Hijab or Zakir Naik? I don't know. The video of Mimi Hijab, it's called, this is Zakir Naik. The oceanography, let me give you the link, actually. I can give you the link. Hold on. This is for Zakir Naik. And you can make like a mix of Zakir Naik making his lie, and then Mimi Hijab getting Zakir Naik busted about his lie. You don't even need to put my voice there. Just put the two. Look at this. Look at this face. Decent. Scientific error. Minute number 20. I think 2020. You can record from there. And this is the video of Mimi. Have fun. But you know, like, to be honest with you, I mean, I make the sound of Zakir Naik almost like him. Don't you agree? Scientific miracle, the Quran, seas and river. Brother. Oh, this is posted by Sam Shamoun. Sheikh Hassan explaining Islamic paradise. This is a different one. Look at this video here, brother. Sweet water and salt water cannot be mixed. Abdul Basit. It turned to be that all this is hocus proven by Muslim to be a fraud. I mean, imagine time come and what they claim to make it a miracle, it became the joke. Look, this guy here brought some water, fresh water, look at the salt, to get the Muslim busted. Parting the sweet water, you know, Islamic videos. Look how many videos about this. Look at this. Look at this guy. See, not mixing. I mean, look at this. Do you see the decency of those people? Modern science. Quran and modern science. Okay. Should I play the guy video here? It's the same anyway. I mean, I know that you guys, you like, you know, comedy, but it's okay. Enough is enough. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. Oh boy. By the way, is it true these, I'm not calling Zakir Naik because sometimes because, okay, I will tell you what happened to me. Brothers and sisters, once upon the time, there was a Jewish guy. His name is Lubaid. He took some hair. I cannot tell you from where. And since then, I start imagining myself that I'm doing a thing, but in fact I was not. So sometime, brother, I imagine myself calling Zakir Naik. And because it's imagination, it sounds perfect. Oh, hold on, I just get the imagination. Tadadun, 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 tadadun. Christian Prince, I told you, don't call me. Zakir Naik, hold on. I called you only 5 times a day. I mean, this is not much. Come on, we are close, aren't we? Christian Prince, first of all, we are not close. And you are my enemy. And don't call me. Okay, hold on, but I'm suffering from something now. I need your help. I'm imagining things. As an example, now I'm imagining that I'm talking to you. This is what happened to the Prophet. And you remember, you used to make fun of him. That somebody took some hair from him and he did it. Like what? What happened? What? You took hair from him and what? Zakir Naik, I can't understand. Just easy. Listen, Prince. I saw your video, and you are saying how the Prophet would be with. This is what happened to you. Allah, He cursed you, and now it's your turn. So are you saying I am bewitched now? Exactly. Okay, Zakir, how we can solve this problem? First of all, you can solve the problem because you have to convert the Islam, and then you have to read the chapter of the chair. You read what? The chapter of the chair. The chapter of the chair. Exactly. And you have to read it upside down. You have to read the chapter of the chair upside down. Exactly. How I can do that? Like, I can flip the chair. Christian Prince, are you stupid or what? That means you have to read it from the end all the way to the beginning. Why would I do that? This is how it is. Like it or dig it. Okay, Zakir, so after I read the chapter of the chair, that will fix my problem? Exactly. Okay, Zakir, so how come the Prophet did not work with him? Because the Prophet is different. First of all, the Prophet is so big. I thought he's short. He is short, but he is very big. And he is handsome. I thought he's like Kojak. First of all, Kodak is a very famous actor. And we can't compare him to the Prophet. This is haram. Now we will see a comment by a Muslim saying that this is not the true Zakir Naik. This is how smart those people are. Once the Prophet was bewitched, so he began to imagine that he had done a thing which in fact he had not done yet. You know, this is what to remember to me. Once I was driving in the highway, I opened the door and I left the car going. But I imagined that I turned it off. And then the police called me and says, "Hey, are you the owner of this car?" I said, what car? They said the car was driving in the highway, hit many people in the way. I said, what are you talking about? I turned it off. And this is how we step out of, how you can step out of the car and the car is moving. I forgot, you know, that I was in a very special forces, which was chasing ants, you know, in the army. You know, because if you remember, I told you a story before, that once Prophet Solomon, he sent a special unit, you know, to the valley of the ant, because there was some ants are doing some attack in the sugar of the Prophet Solomon. So, you know, we went there, we are a special unit, to the, like we are the Terminator. All right, so we arrive to the valley of the ants and we start like, you know, we start terminating the ants, and brother, we killed a lot of ants. I can't tell you more because I can be arrested for that, you know. So when we arrive to the valley of the ants, you know, this is exactly what happened. Suleiman was so upset from the ants, you know, and then he told me, because he's the boss. I was, to be honest with you, I wanted to be the boss, but they did not let me, you know. Because they told me you are not a prophet and you know, you don't have flying horse and those qualifications. So I could not be a prophet. So anyway, like, because I don't have the, in my resume, I should put like I have a flying horse. If you have a flying horse, you can fly, you know, that's it. You can be a prophet. But I don't have flying horse. I don't have a, you know, flying carpet, because my grandfather was like a poor man. He's not like, he cannot buy me those, you know, but you can buy them from like, at that time. So anyway, true story. You know, tell when they came to the valley of the ants, and one of the ants said, "Oh boy, oh boy, all of you are liars, including this great Christian prince." So Eddie, what do you think about the story of the valley of the ants? As long we are liars, can you tell us our lies? Please, can you tell me one lie we said? Eddie, can you help us? Guys, Eddie is accusing us to be a bunch of liars. Help us, Eddie. Give us one lie we said. Here we go. What do you mean, are you kidding me? Are you an ant? Ah, this guy, he was one of those ants in the valley of the ants, and now he is coming after me, asking for his revenge. You are killing me. This is a true story. We're not making things up. I mean, Quran, look, this is Quran. Tell when he came to the valley of the ants. There is a valley of the ants, by the way, and they have a flag. They have borders, they have customs. Okay, when you arrive, okay, let me explain to you this, because this is a true story, as I say. When you arrive to the valley of the ants, the police ants will stop you, you know. And you know, for me, I told them I will not let a male ant touch me. I mean, come on, because they have to check like your body if you have weapon, drugs, hashish, you know. And if you are an Arab like me, suicide belt, you know. So anyway, they okay, said, okay, we will send you a female ant. Man, you should see what she did. I could not take it no more, so I screamed at her. I said, stop touching me. I mean, what's wrong with those ants? If this ant live in America, I will sue her for sexual harassment, brother. Unbelievable. True story. So how come the story I just told is not convincing, and the story of Suleiman in the Quran is convincing for you, Eddie? Tell me what the difference really. I'm trying to get the point here. Are you with us or against us? Oh boy. No, to be honest with you, the aunt was a chicken. Is she was not the queen. Tell me how I know. You know, uh, the queen ant. She have a perfume. This ant who did check on me, she have gas. She smell like gas. Obviously she used to work like in a gas station or something. So there's no way this is the queen. Obvious, it's not. I wished that this is the queen because, I mean, at least I would be checked by the queen security. I mean, that would be nicer. But it was like a female. She worked in a gas station. True story. Those are all true stories. And here we go, the Quran says that we arrive with the army of Sulaiman to the valley of the ants. And Sulaiman, he heard the ant. And by the way, the ants are deaf and they don't talk. But Sulaiman, he can hear her. I mean, it's normal for Sulaiman. He do hear stuff. Make fun of the same story? No, the Rax, this is not the same story. We talk about many stories. You are late. You missed the movie. You need to watch from the beginning, the Rax. Today we showed the Muslims how the Muslims, they expose each other. This is your brother Mimi Hijab showing the Muslim that all the videos they made about fresh water and salt water they don't mix is a lie. For sure, he don't mean to expose the Muslims. He was trying to refute somebody who got Muslim busted. At the same time, we have Mr. Zakura saying that there is unseen barrier. So this was our topic today. And about the sunset too, in the Milky Water. Wait for the Kenny video. And by the way, the Rax, why you keep coming here? Are you you cannot leave without hearing me, aren't you? I mean, come on, let's face it. So we have one guy, his name is Mimi Hijab, saying this is a barrier, it's a piece of land, you idiot. And he was refuting an atheist. But Mimi Hijab never made a video. For all the videos is made in YouTube about scientific miracle in the Quran for all those years. How come you did not refute them? How come you were mute? How come you did not say this is a lie? Oh, because at that time it was serving the purpose. Now we, somebody get you busted, so now we have to say the truth. All those videos made by Muslims, brother and sister, scientific miracle in the Quran, salty water, brother, don't mix with fresh water, brother. All those years, none of you Muslims notice that this is a joke, this is stupid. And now Mimi Hijab is trying to refute somebody supposedly, but by doing that, he get you busted with all those videos. And how in the world Zakir Naik, he say that? Look at the title here, Islamic videos. Parting of sweet water and salty water mentioned in the Quran 1400 years ago by Zakir Naik. All of this destroyed. I mean, how many videos I made explaining this is stupidity here, saying this is a land barrier, and the Muslim, they said to me, liar. Okay, now Mimi Hijab, he said this is a land barrier. Stupidity is amazing. Anyone have a question? Any Abdul? Yeah, but what makes you really sick, that this sick cult is sponsored by liars. I mean, do you think really that all those Muslims who heard Zakir Naik and watched those videos, all those who call themselves Sheikh, they did not know that this is false? They do not know that the Quran speaks of something else? Actually, here we go. This is one of my videos. Barrier and Salt Water, Miracle of the Quran and Coral, Fresh Water by Christian Prince. This is maybe 10 years, 20 years old. I don't know how old this is. I made many videos to expose them. How come the Muslim did not see it? How come the Muslim did not expose the liars from their own, if they are decent? So what they do, they support any liar as long he is lying to sponsor Islam. And now Mimi Hijab, he did not mean to expose the liars here. He wanted to refute supposedly somebody who got this false miracle busted by a very simple method. We bring some salty water and fresh water, we mix them together, and let us see if they will mix. Because if the fresh water and salty water they will mix, then they will not mix. So usually they say, let us go Brandon. Mimi Hijab today decide to change the tune. Oh boy. Man. Oh boy. Do we have any Abdul? You made fun of that Allah made the world in 6 days. If you went against science, but you forgot that mention in the verse, a day like 1,000 years. No, I'm not making fun about Allah making the earth in 6 days, Eddie. You are mentally ill person and stupid. This is not what we make fun of. Obviously, you are a donkey, certified one. What we make fun of is something totally different. Because your God Allah don't remember which one he created first. And actually, even he don't maintain the numbers. Because in one verses, Allah, he made them 8 days. In other verses, they are 6. In one verses, he says the mountains was first, after he created the earth. In the other verses, the mountain was last, after he created the heaven. In one chapter, the last thing Allah created was the heaven. He made them 7 heavens. He finished them, and he made the stars. So the last thing was the stars. In another verse, is the opposite. Allah, he finished the heaven first. He made the day and the night between the stars. And then he went to the earth, he made it flat. He put the mountains. He put rivers. So this is what we make fun of, Eddie. You are silly. Don't get married, okay? Your wife, she will leave you. Trust me. Second day. Not even a week after. And let us ask a question to Eddie. Guys, let's see if Eddie is the man. Eddie, I will respect your reading if you give me the answer. Which one Allah created first? The stars or the mountains? Very simple. People, how many days we need to give Eddie as time to give us the question? Should we give him 6 days? Because Allah created the earth and the heaven in 6 days, supposedly, as he said. Eddie, I give you 6 days, brother, to come to me with the answer from your book. Which one Allah created first? The stars or the mountains? Very simple. And this, the 1,000 years, this is stolen from the Bible, but the Bible is saying that the likeness of a day for God is 1,000. Doesn't mean that God had a day of 1,000 years, because God is out of time. God don't get old. If you say that really God have a day equal to 1,000 years, that means he get old too. That means he's inside time. That means he's inside all the law of natures. But just because the location is different, so the rotation of his place is different, so the day is longer. Very silly. Our Bible speak about 1,000 year, likeness of day of God, but this is metaphorical that, you know, 1,000 years is nothing for God. When Jesus said, before Abraham I am, and then Jesus, he come to us, and he was, when he was speaking that, about 30 years old. But he was before Abraham. That means that time means nothing to God. Right? Are you there, Eddie? By the way, Eddie, I'll tell you a short story. You know, I'm like 10,000 years old, you know. But what happened, brother, I followed the steps, the medical step of the Prophet, and I was taking shower with dead dogs and women blood from period. According to science, brother, I'm not going to call Zakir Naik now because Muslim cut me busted. I used to call Zakir Naik, but now I cannot call him because Muslim, they figure out that this is not Zakir Naik, so I cannot call him no more. So I will call his brother. Brother Sittar, I am the brother of Zakir Naik, and now I'm going to the Prophet Christian Prince. Hey, hold on. Your voice sounds like him. Christian Prince, you are stupid. I just told you I need brother. So it's very normal we have the same voice. Oh, you got a point there. I never thought about this. Because you are stupid. I get you, but that. So Zakir Naik, I told him that I am like 10,000 years old because I take a shower with dead dogs and women blood from period. Is it true that this is very healthy? Exactly. First of all, when you were a child, what do you with? What do you mean with? When you were a baby, before you were born, before I was born, I don't know. I think my mother, she ate me or something. Exactly. So your mother, she ate you and you became a baby. Correct? Yeah, this is what happened. All right. Yeah, she swallowed me. And then, where are you? Inside. In the blood. And this is why you became healthy and you grew up and you became bigger. So it's proven that the blood will make you healthy and will grow longer. I got you, Basit. Are you there, Eddie? I mean, nobody can get us an answer like those. So the Prophet used to take a shower with dead dogs and women blood from period because that will make him live so long. And it's proven, brother, that this is true. This is why the Prophet, he died so early. Unbelievable. Man. Hey, Prophet, you perform. Look what the Muslims are asking their Prophet. It was said, O Messenger of Allah, you perform wudu from the well which the body of dogs, menstrual rags and garbage are throwing. Look at the wise prophet. You know, the wise prophet, he remind me of the love guru. You know love guru? He is the love guru. He's very wise. So he look at them. I imagine him now. He's doing yoga, and they were asking him, like the Prophet now using yoga. He's doing yoga, but he's inside this water. Have dead dogs, wound blood from period, garbage in it. Prophet, he don't even care. He can't even smell it because he's practicing the most powerful connection yoga with Allah. So they are asking him, do you do that, Prophet? You eat it. Are you asking him you do that? He is in the water already. So what do you mean you're asking? You do that? He is already doing it. How would America look at like if Islam was taking over the West? Well, Islam will not take over anything because Islam already is over, my friend. You see, Islam cannot even take over Islamic countries. Can you name for me one Islamic country is Islamic? It's over. Even Saudi Arabia now, they have theaters, movies, dancing, clubs. Even now they have a bikini beach. You see, they are promoting Saudi Arabia as a target for tourism. The old days is over. This new prince who came, he's a dictator, and he don't want Saudi Arabia to be what used to be for the last 1400 years. So now they will have bikini beaches. Women, they can drive. Women, they can even take their scarf. And women, they can go and work and be in the army. And they can be doctors. They can be engineers. And nobody will follow the Prophet. And this is the center of Islam. You go to Afghanistan. You will see even Taliban is asking the American to come back. All of them, they are fake. Nobody want to follow Islam. Because Islam is a disaster. You go to Emirat, or what is Islamic in Emirat? You go to Qatar, what is Islamic in Qatar? You go to Jordan, you go to Syria, you go to Turkey. Go to Turkey, Erdogan, he recites the Quran every day. He claimed to be a Muslim president. But the most well-known crazy nightclubs in the world is in Turkey. So what Islam will take over? What? And which Islam? Which Islam? The Shia now is taking over the Sunni. Sunni are dying. Maybe I should make a video about this. The Shia, the Muslim Shia, they are taking over the Middle East. The Muslim Sunni are in a very bad shape. This is why they signed agreement with Israel. This is why now the Saudi, this last week, they had the first airplane coming directly from Saudi Arabia to Israel. Why? Because they are terrified. The Shia are taking over. The Saudi are losing war with the Shia in Yemen. The Shia taken over Syria, taken over Iraq, taken over Lebanon, and taken over Yemen, and they are extending. So the Sunni are, let us say, their day is over. And the only one, or let us say, the only hope for the Muslim Sunni is America and Israel, not Europe. Europe, actually, they always support, they support the Shia, you know. Even Obama, in his time, this is why Obama, he gave all the money to Iran, because obviously Obama, he hate the Muslim Sunni. He supports Shia. I believe strongly that Obama is a Shia. You see, when Obama, he sponsored the Muslim Brotherhood, because this was the plan of the Shia. Maybe many of you do not know that the Muslim Brotherhood, which is a Sunni organization, is sponsored and funded by Iran. And actually, the first center of the Muslim Brotherhood, the money was from Al-Khomeini, or from the mullahs at that time. Anyway, this is like maybe complicated politics for some people here to not know much about the Middle East. But Islamic, the word you know, the way you know it, is over. You know, those they come to the West to speak too much about Islam, but nobody none of them here want to practice Islam. Because if they want to practice Islam, what is Islam then? Which country right now of the Muslim countries are practicing what Muhammad said? Where? How? When? So I'm not really worried about the future Islam taking over anything, because it's, and you know, there is one thing about Muslims. If one of them he grow, he killed the rest of the Muslims. It's not the Christians who kill them. Like the war in Yemen now is between who? Between the Jews and the Muslims? No. Muslims. The war in Syria between who? Christians and Muslims? No. Muslims fighting Muslims. The war in Iraq. All the wars. Afghanistan, like the American is gone. Okay. Who is fighting who now? Muslims. This is how it is since the time of Muhammad. Nothing changed. Right? Michael is saying he gave the money back to what it belonged to Persia. First of all, this money does not belong to Persia. The Islamic regime don't believe in Persia. They believe in Shiaism. So you are ignorant. Secondly, if he want to give the money back, he should give it to the king of the Persia, because he was the authority, which all the money belonged to him. In case you do not know, Iran used to be all the country owned by the king, the Shah. So any money belonged to Iran belonged to that king, not to the regime of Al-Khomeini. Number three, when you give money back, as you call it, to the enemy who want to kill you, that's mean either you are stupid or you want them to kill you. Michael, very funny answer. Anyway, people, they have their own silly excuses. Secondly, if you hate, if you are hating America, why your money is in America? Obviously, the money was there because the king, he put it there, not the Iranian regime. The king of Iran. Right? Matthew 7:12, respect like you want to be treated, okay? Yeah, but you know, I treat you like you treated us too. You call us pigs, you call us monkeys, you call us donkeys, you call us ignorant, you call us kuffar, you call us najis. And then you ask me to follow Matthew. Well, I'm following Matthew. Jesus, he called the ignorant, ignorant, the liars, liars, the hypocrite, hypocrite, and the one who is evil called them snakes. Okay? Brother? I mean, they make fun of the Bible 24 hours, 7 days a week. Suddenly, they want you, the Bible, you should follow the Bible. Do you see the hypocrisy of those people? I thought this is the bad book. I thought this is a corrupted book. Now you are asking me, why you don't follow Matthew? Huh? Stupid idiot. Shall I show you the Bible says to people like you, stupid? Shall I show you that the Bible says that you are the son of the snake? The son of Satan? In the Bible, Jesus saying that. So you are a silly person, my friend. You are silly and shallow, like your prophet. Very shallow. Actually, because you are very shallow, I'm going to make a shallow video about Shaitan urinating in your ears and why you cannot stay between the shade and the sun. Here we go. You give an idea. Just to show you how silly you are. You never make fun of my religion. So what the Quran is about? The first page of the Quran is cursing us, saying don't make us like the Christians or the cursed Jews, the lost Christians and the cursed Jews. I don't make fun of your religion. So when the Quran says, kill the Christians wherever you find them until they pay you money, if they don't convert to Islam, you don't make fun of my religion. Get out of here. You are silly. A person of diarrhea. And I am a person who like to make fun of your religion. What you can do about it? Don't come here. Stupid idiot. So it's okay to call me najis, filthy, dirty. I cannot say to you, no, your prophet is filthy. It's okay to say kill my family, rape my wife, take my land, and have to be humiliated. But I cannot do any of those to you, brother. Because Jesus said to me, don't do that. No, Jesus, he said, the one who lived by the sword will die. Which means Muhammad is a filthy man. He killed and he will be killed. And the penalty of crimes in the Bible is death. So whoever killed, he will be killed. Do you understand? Hey CP, tell us what happened to the wives of David. They still working for the pimp, your pimp God? Well, I don't know about that, because according to your prophet in the Quran, David, he have 99 goats he used to F them. Who is the pimp? And David, he saw a woman, she was taking a shower, and he sent her husband to be killed so he can take the husband. Is that what are you talking about? Papa of Islam? Abbas? Imagine this filthy religion saying that David, he have 99 goats and he used to F them. Prove me wrong. The verse in the front of you. The wives of David, according to Islam, they are goats. Are you there, Abbas? And if we go and see the reference, we will see that David, he have 99 goats to F them, yet he saw a woman, she was taking a shower, and he decided to send her husband to be killed so he can take her. So in the Bible it says that God, he punished David. He took his son from him. He told him the prophecy that what you did to people, they will do to you. You took the woman from her husband, people will take your women from you. So God here is punishing David. What your God did, he is rewarding him. So you see the difference, Abbas? So who is the pimp? How my God is the pimp if my God is punishing David for what he did? Stupid idiot. Mut'ab boy. Do you see the verse? Do you want to show you the reference? So in my book, God, he punished David for his sin. Look how harsh the punishment. He took his son from him, which he had from that woman, which is not really his woman. He told him that the woman you took, she will be taken from you. Penalty. But in your book, what is the punishment? What happened to the wives of David? You know, Abbas, do you like to call me and we talk about what happened to the wife of David? In front of everybody with reference. Is that fair, guys? We will talk what happened about the wives of David and the wives of Sulaiman. Well, according to your God, he made all the shaitans in the world, F them. And I have the reference ready for you, Abbas, son of Muta. Do you dare? Not only they slept with men, they slept with the shaitan himself. Shaitan, he took the look of Sulaiman. He went to the wife of Sulaiman and he was taught effing them as a gun machine. And according to you Muslims, according to your prophet, how they find out that this is not the husband? Because he effed so much. Are you there, Abbas? Is that true? Who is the pimp? And all of this, it was Allah planned to be a trial for Sulaiman. So Allah, he made shaitan if the wives of David. Allah, he made David if the wife of somebody else, rewarding him. And this is the plan of Allah. And this is in the Quran. Do you dare to call me Abbas? Boy? Did Allah punish David for the sin he did in the Quran? Show us. In the Hadith, no. There's a story of your prophet saying, do you remember when I said to Mini Hijab, why you don't say Inshallah? Muhammad, he was teaching Muslims how important to say Inshallah. So according to Muhammad, David, he decided to F all his wives in one night. But he forgot to say Inshallah. And because he forgot to say Inshallah, Allah, he punished him and he gave him a half baby. Half man, according to the hadith. Is that correct, Abbas? Actually, the stories in the Bible here is amazing because remember, those stories written in the time of the man we are talking about. Imagine how brave when this story is written in the Old Testament, to speak about a king in his time. To speak about David in his time. And to say the truth as it is. And this is a proof that when they say that the Bible is corrupted, that's a big fat lie. As you see, they report every sin he did. They report that God shamed him for it and he punished him for it. In the same time, where is the penalty of your God for David or for Solomon? If there's anything? Abbas, are you there? Are you searching Google? What happened to Abbas? Muta boy, pizza boy? And as long as you are talking about pimp, when a man, he came and he said to Muhammad, he want Aisha. Muhammad, after the man left, before he left, he said to him, but this is my wife, this is the mother of the believers. Aisha, she said to him after the man left, who is a man who dared to say such a thing to you? Which means you coward, you did nothing. He said, I want to F her. Muhammad, he said, إنه أحمق مطاع. He is a fool we have to obey, which means if he insists to take you, he will have you. Are you there, Abbas, the coward? Who is the pimp? The pimp is the one who ordered Muslim women to rend their vagina for 3 days, 3 nights. That is the pimp. Are you there? How even you dare even to talk about pimp? When your prophet says any Muslim women and a Muslim man, they like to have mut'a for 3 days, 3 nights, isn't this is a pimp business? Okay, hold on. There's a video, by the way, in what it's called, about Fifi and his brothers talking about Allah giving license for pimp. What channel, guys? Somebody post the link. Go watch it and you will see the 3 Muslims, they are agreeing that Allah, he gave a license to be a pimp. This is not my word. Even they are the one who is using the word. If any of the admin, they have the link for the video, you will see that you Muslim, 3 of you, including Fifi, agreeing that Allah is giving a license to be a pimp. Abdul, he asked, the other Abdul, he answered, brother, it sounds here like Allah, he gave us a license to be a pimp. The answer, yes, brother, it sounds like it. Go watch the video. If somebody have the link, post it from the admins. If I say it, people will say he's, making things up. But this is your videos, this is your Muslims. Yeah, he's a potato. He's the donkey. This guy, he read the story in the Bible, says that God, he will take, it says that God is speaking about what will happen to you as a penalty. So he will take his protection from you. And he is telling him about the future. The same you did to others will be done to you. It's a very simple rule. And I used to say that Abbas, he sound like coming from a nice family. Obviously, this guy is a son of a pimp. He claimed to be a Muslim, and he claimed that he respects Jesus, and he called me and he called Jesus coward. A Muslim who is supposedly a true Muslim, he will never say Jesus is coward, regardless if it's saying in the Bible or not, because Jesus in the Bible, according to the Quran, is the same Jesus. According to his stupid book, Jesus in the Bible is the same as Jesus in the Quran. So when a Muhammadan, he say that Jesus is coward, either he is a donkey, he does not understand his religion, or he is out of Islam, or this is what Islam is about. Nobody have that video about the pimp? Nobody of the admins? Because some of you send it to me in Patreon. If you have it, post it. I don't wanna play it here. I want people to go watch it, and maybe we can support the other channel. What is the name of the ministry? Ministry Sisu. I forgot the name. This is, I think, the channel of Hatun. Is that the same one? I'm not sure. Yeah, if you can pause the video. Well, Lisa, I'm saying the video which is saying the pimp, 3 Muslims, they are discussing about Allah giving license to be a pimp, and they agree. No, not Rob. I saw it in, I think this was Hatun channel. Yeah, DCCI ministry. They just bought it last week. You can go check it out. You drink? Yeah, it's yeah, okay, I drink. Because because I live between the 2 seas, which they don't mix, the salty water and fresh water. So sometimes I drink from the fresh water, and then I drink from the salty water, because I have to make balance between the 2 water. And Allah, he made a barrier between the unseen barrier. Nobody found the video? Really, nobody? Yeah, I want actually every one of you to download this video. Yeah, this is the video. Thank you, Lisa. So guys, this is the video. You can click on it even if you are now. You will go out of the chat, no problem. But save it, download it, and post it everywhere. It's from their mouth, and they are agreeing that you can be a pimp. And the question is, sound like Allah, He made us have a license to be a pimp. You believe it? I mean, what kind of religion this religion is? I said, by the way, I click at the link, it doesn't work. Lisa, I think there's something wrong. You have to click at share, go to the video, and take it from share, not from just top. Click at share and post the link from share. Let me see, hold on. I will search for the title myself because your link is not working. All right, here we go. This is the video. Actually, there's many people that download already. And Quran, being a pimp is okay. And you will see that the one is saying that is the Muslims. There's no Christian talking there. It's not us. It's not us. Isn't it hilarious? You know?
What I see from that verse is that you can be a pimp.
Yeah, exactly. So that's funny. What the verse is saying, do not force your slave women into prostitution so that you might gain something out of it, some worldly gain. But if you do so, if you force them, then after that, Allah is forgiving, most merciful. I would ask you, Brother Habib, if you're interested in answering, why would God be forgiving to those people? Why would God be forgiving right now in this particular scenario? Like the guy is forcing the girl to do fornication, to prostitute herself for money, basically, like a pimp, brother has said. So what's your thoughts on this? Why is it permissible? Why is it even forgiven?
24:33. It's 24:33. So it says, "Let those who find not the wherewithal for marriage keep themselves chaste until Allah gives them means out of His grace." Okay, I'm just going to jump to the main point of the verse, what we're referring to. But force not your maids to prostitution when they desire chastity. So it says fatayatikum for maids here. It would mean slave women, even though technically you could read fatayatikum to mean girls in general. But I'm sure from the context we'll all agree that it's referring to slave women and not daughters, right? I'm hoping. Wallahu alam. But force not your maids to prostitution when they desire chastity, in order that ye may make a gain in the goods of this life. But if anyone compels them yet, after such compulsion, is Allah oft-forgiving, most merciful. Okay, so basically it's saying that don't force your girls, meaning slave girls. I mean, that's the apparent meaning of the verse. We can disagree if you guys would like to disagree. But yeah, it says don't force your girls into prostitution in order to gain something from this world. And if one forces them after that, then Allah is forgiving. So that's the verse. Abdul Bar, would you like to share your thoughts on on the verse itself?
Yes, so from that verse, the apparent meaning of the verse that you read, Brother Khalil, is... Hold on.
Yeah, if I the what I see from that verse is that you can be a pimp.
I'm not going to play the whole video. Do you see it? This is what happened when the Muslims are alone in a locked room. The appearance of the verse, brother, they agree. You can be a pimp. If a Christian Prince, he said that, lie number 120. Did you hear it? The three, they gave their opinion. It appeared, brother, that yes, you can be a pimp in Islam. Are you there, Abbas? Are you there? Son of Muta, Abbas. Let me give you the link, because the one who shared the link, the link they share with you, it wasn't working for me. So I'll try from my side, because it's posted everywhere. I mean, you can download from anywhere you want. This is the link. You can download the video and share it. All right? And yes, you can be a pimp. This is what they say between each other, but in front of us, they will deny. If they are debating Christian Prince, and Christian Prince, he says, in Islam you can be a pimp, they will say, liar, it doesn't say that, CP. But behind their own doors, yes, you can be a pimp, why not? In the time of the Prophet, Jews and Christians, they worship Allah. Hey, Abdul Wahab, Al-Wahib, this is very silly argument, because if in the time of a Prophet we worship Allah, and then in the time of the Prophet, the Christian, they say that Jesus is Allah, that means you are a donkey. Isn't the Quran says that the Christian, they say that Jesus is Allah? So how we worship Allah? That means we worship Jesus. You see how silly you are? In the time of the Prophet, brother. I mean, my problem with the Muhammadan, I cannot find one person who have an IQ, a little one IQ, like in the height of a flat carpet, to talk to me. So in the time of the Prophet, the Christian and the Jews, they worship Allah, but the Quran says no. The Christian, they accept the Messiah to be God. In the time of the Prophet, Abdul, are you against the Quran now? Huh? Are you against your Allah word? Silly, stupid. I'm telling you, my suffering, I cannot even find one intelligent Muslim, he know what he's talking about. Okay, guys, hold on. Look what Abbas he said about Farid. Abbas he's saying, look at this. Those are three Muslims. One of them is Fifi. He's saying, ha 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 ha, you are funny. So if any Muslim he say anything, how come it's you who said to me, go and see Farid response? Now you don't want his response? If any Muslim. Okay, and why three Muslims, and they are supposedly the one who refute the Christians, they become any Muslims, and why they are saying that? They are quoting the Hadith, they are reading the Quran. How come three Muslims, they read the Quran, they come to a conclusion that you can be a pimp, and Abbas saying, Christian Prince, you are so desperate, boy. Get out of here, Abbas, son of Muta. You have no place in my... I used to think about you that you are coming from a good family, but obviously you are a pimp. Obviously. After you call Jesus a coward, I will put you under my shoes forever. You have no place here, dog. Your prophet, he called you a dog. And I can show the reference. Abbas the coward, the dog. At least show respect to your Muslims friends. Those are your friends in England. Very famous people. And they are saying that Allah, obviously, he is considering it, you have a license to be a pimp. And Abbas, he don't like it. So now they become any Muslims. If any Muslims say something, that will become Islam. The Quran saying that, Abdul, not any Muslims. They were reading Quran. They were not reading Mickey Mouse. It is saying there's nothing wrong with accepting Jesus as your prophet, just that saying he is God is illogical. Okay, Eddie, I like it when you talk about logic. Is it logical that Jesus is just a prophet, but he can do what your God cannot do? As an example, Jesus, he can resurrect people from death. Can your God resurrect people from death? No. Jesus, he can curse a tree and the tree die. Your God, he cursed the Christian, says, if you don't believe in Muhammad, I'm going to erase your faces. Was your God able to do his promise? No. Jesus, he can feed thousands almost from nothing. Can your God do the same? What you would do, you will claim that all those is done by your God. I can claim the same. I can say Jesus did not do any of them. I am the one who made them. But what is confirmed is that Jesus, he did all of this. And not only this, he can tell you the unseen. And not only this, Jesus is alive. And not only this, Jesus have no father, but yet he is born. And not only this, he is holy. And not only this, he is born with knowledge. Not only this, he do not need Jibreel to guide him or to teach him. You do not need Jibreel to squeeze him. You do not need Jibreel to give him Bible or Quran. Jesus is born with it. Is that logical for you? That a man, his name is Muhammad? He needed to be squeezed 3 times at the age of 40, and yet he have no idea. Then he go to his wife, and then the wife, she take him to a Christian priest to tell him who he saw. Does it make sense that Jesus is born in the cradle and he was a prophet already? Does it make sense that Jesus is holy and Muhammad is sinner in the Quran? Does it make sense that Jesus, he never commit sin while Muhammad was busy going after women, including his own son, wife? So you follow a perverted man, his name is Muhammad. He flirt even with his own son, wife, when she is married to the man. And you don't accept Jesus to be God? Jesus is alive. Muhammad is dead. Your God is not alive. Prove it to me. I challenge all the Muslims to prove that Allah exists. But I do not need to prove that Jesus exists. In your stupid book, Jesus is coming back. All of us, we are waiting for Jesus. You are waiting for who? Jesus. So you are just a silly person, Eddie. If you want to talk about logic, is it logical that a person, he is born, he'll have no father? You see, the stupid Quran says, وَجَعَلْنَاهُ نَسَبًا وَصَيْرًا. You read any interpretation, it says that Allah, he made everybody after Adam from sexual relationship by marriage. Go read it. But Jesus is not. So every human being is coming from here, from sexual relationship, except Adam. So everyone after Adam is, as the verse saying, but Jesus is not. Not only that, your prophet says, وَكُلَّ ابْنَ آدَمٍ خَطَّاء. Every son of an Adam is a sinner. Jesus is not the son of Adam. Who was the father of Jesus? Any Abdul can answer? Any Eddie? Do you see how silly you are, Mr. Eddie? That is my Jesus. And that is your prophet, the perverted man going after children. While your prophet was asking his men to go and fornicate around, and even to leave their wives and go after children, Jesus was ordering the Christian men, or whoever want to follow him, that if your eye fail you, you better take it away. Who you follow? A perverted man. That is the truth. Imagine you see a married man, and he married from a woman, she is a widow. And then you say to him, why? Why you don't marry a child so she can amuse you and you can play with her? Is that a word coming from a prophet of God or perverted pedophile man? The man, he said to him, well, I have no choice but to marry a woman, not someone in their age. The orphan I have, he have orphan from his brother. They are the daughters of his brother. So he married a woman. He cannot marry a child. Did you see the perverted man Muhammad? Asking a man to leave his widow so he can have a child to play with her. And look how authentic this hadith. Look how many times it's reported. This is a man of God. Imagine your son-in-law is married to your daughter, and then an idiot, he come to him, he says, oh, your wife, she was a widow? Why? Why you don't marry a little baby child so you can play with her? And then the brother-in-law, he said to the idiot, oh, hold on. My father died, leaving 7 or 9 girls, orphans, and I did not like to marry, to bring a young girl like them. Like them. Do you see the word orphan? You say the word orphan only for children. A person whose parents is dead and he is a man or a child, a female, and she is mature, she is not orphan. You say orphan only for children. He don't want to bring a wife like those orphans. He want a woman to take care of them. So I married a woman who can look after them. This is your prophet. This is your filthy prophet. Reality is ugly. Anyway, I think we have enough for today. The video became long, really. I mean, this Christian Prince, he cannot make a short video. How in the world this video became 2 hours and 41 minutes? I said to myself, let me go for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Unbelievable. You know? But what we can do with the, you know, the invisible barrier. If this is a prophet of God, who is a perverted then? Who is the pimp? If you are a woman and you are a Muslim listening, imagine somebody come to your husband and you are a widow. He married you after your husband died, or you are divorced. And then the prophet, he says, why? Why you married the rags? She's here, right? Why you married the rags? She is a widow. Why you don't marry a child so she can play with you and you can play with her? She can make you laugh. What a perverted pedophile. Isn't it obvious that this guy is a pedophile? Actually, to be honest with you, one of the most thing I hate a person can do is to be a pedophile. If I am a president or a king in a country, I will make the most extreme, harsh ever punishment for a pedophile. like Muhammad or those priests and those sheikh in the mosque who molested children. Those are the most evil people in this earth, because they take advantage of a child. I can't see more ugly creature. I don't consider them a human being. I consider them the most ugly creatures, because even dogs, they don't go after little puppies. Dogs have more honor than those people. Animals, they sniff the animal, and the animal have different smell. The female have different smell if she is mature. They don't go after little baby puppy. They don't. This is the most disgusting act a person he called himself a human being can do. This is why Jesus said, it's better for you to put a milestone in your neck and throw yourself in the deep ocean before you hurt the little ones. Muhammad, he brought nothing but a shame. And shame on you to follow such a man. This video is not going to stay for long, but I'm going to make it a private link, or make a private link of the video, reloading, so people who don't want to download, they can download. Because, you know, this video is very dangerous for the Abdul. And the coming video is going to be more hilarious. What I will call the coming video. Let us see. Let me make one. Oh, what I will call it. What I will call it. Okay. Sitting between the shade. Why sitting between the shade is haram? Let me create the video. Hold on.